is the power in this kind of approach to having an arts education that's built around standards and real quality, almost like a quality assurance with standards alignment and real pedagogical structure? What's the power in that?
Because there's the power for students, right? But then
Right.
there's also the power for the educator in the room, and then there's the power for the greater program as well. So maybe I'll talk to the power for the students. So the power for the students is, unfortunately, when I see this thing that happens a lot in the arts, where because people aren't necessarily looking for us to be having lesson plans and unit plans, we're just glad that the kids had the art show or had the dance showcase, right? We're not looking for what was the instructional plan and did they follow it? Was there a plan that was happening, or are we just going day by day? So the power for especially our most disenfranchised students who need the structure the most, that they know that they're getting rigorous arts education that drives towards all the positive things that we know that the arts does. In Virginia specifically to show that the arts moves student attendance higher, right? But those things don't happen if we're just kind of teaching off of vibes. We don't have instructional plans. We don't have a curriculum, which unfortunately, and I don't think that's actually an educator problem. I think that's the systems problem that
You're right.
educators to not have curricula, because it shouldn't always be on the arts educator to write an entire curriculum.
And if we're talking about curricular coherence, you're going to be trained to really understand the mechanism to create a coherent curriculum. It comes at, like you said, at a high level that starts at the unit level, that then goes down to the lesson level, that goes down to the day level. It has the built-in assessments. And so having that level of coherence, most teachers who are learning how to be teachers aren't taught that skill. And if you are allowed not to have lesson plans, that's not on you. That's an expectation beyond you.
That's a systemic problem.
That's a systemic problem. So thinking about it from that lens, right, we know that there's power in that. What does it profit the educator to really begin to restructure and reimagine the arts program? And actually, you know what does it profit the leader in a building and or district to have this real broad scope or a deep enough scope to say, you know what, just like I have instructional vision for my ELA team or my math team and my history and my science, I have to have the same vision. What's the power in that for the leader?